Hi team, welcome to the Pretty and Powerful channel. So my name's Nicole, I'm the one that you'll see on all of the episodes. Little history on myself, I run gyms, I actually run large gyms. I'm an area manager for a large gym, group of gyms, on the Gold Coast. I've been with the Body Science family for just over a year now. It's been a really cool opportunity. Fitness is my passion, it's my career, but it's also my passion. Prior to running the gyms, I was with EMF here on the coast and I was a personal trainer. So I just made the switch over into management, which has been really nice and challenging and really cool. As I said, I've been with Body Science for just over a year, and the guys contacted me a little while ago and pitched an idea, and we sort of went backwards and forwards to create a channel that could empower women in the gym. We felt like there's so much information out there, whether it be right or wrong, but that's always seems to be targeted at guys and not a lot at females, and there's not a lot that sort of really touches on weight training. There's a lot of stuff out there that's more of your plyometric or maybe cardio based, which is still always great. But for girls that really want to make a change in their physique and want to really be empowered, then lifting weights is a great way to do that. Not the only way, but obviously is a really, really powerful way. So yeah, I just couldn't say no. I thought, how cool. So that's why we came up with the name of Pretty and Powerful. And then through my work, obviously working in gyms, I started sort of walking around the gym floor and chatting to female members of ours who have either, they could be brand new members or maybe even been training with us for years, and sort of ask them questions of what are the things that you wish someone had have told you when you very first walked in the gym, or what are still now after years of training, what are exercises that you won't go and do because you're too shy to go and do them on the gym floor because you're worried that someone's going to look at you, or you might make a mistake, or maybe you're doing it wrong. So I sort of started getting some feedback from them and trying to really go back to basics, I guess, to start with, to give women a really good foundation to be able to walk in the gym confidently. And as you'll see in the first videos, in the first month of programming, things like how to warm up properly is super important, and making sure we're warming up certain muscles. So when we do our squats, making sure that we're warming up our glutes. Every girl wants a really nice butt, and if you haven't warmed up your glutes properly, before you start squatting, even deadlifting, then there's a good chance that they're not going to be firing. A lot of girls, or a lot of people actually, are quite dominant within their quads. I definitely am. I'm really bad at having my glutes firing. So when you become quad dominant like that, when you start doing a big exercise, whether you're doing it light or heavy, our bodies are lazy. They don't want to do anything that, they don't really have to do. So instead of engaging the muscles that we might want to engage, they'll just go to whatever the strongest muscle is. So if we've become dominant over the years, without meaning to, then once we start squatting, we're just going to keep using our quads, and we're not really going to engage our glutes. We will use them a little bit because our body's got no choice but to use them, but it's not going to be the main thing they're using. And we sort of want to, as a female, we kind of want to be doing the opposite to that. We want to make sure that we're using our glutes, and it also creates a really strong physique, making sure that we're using those muscles. So that's why I really sort of tried to hone in on making sure we're warming up. So I gave some different exercises using the band. You'll see I use the band quite a bit, and they're super, super handy to have. So you should always really have one in your gym bag. You'll always use them. So we went through some really good warm-ups on those, and then sort of just really basic setting up of those lifts. I know when I spoke to the ladies in the gym, firstly, quite a lot of them had never deadlifted before, so they had absolutely no idea. They really wanted to, but really didn't know where to start, so it was kind of easier to just stay away from it altogether. And it's a huge exercise. It's a really big exercise that uses so much of your body. I know when I'm in the gym from women and even men, I get a lot of comments on my back. It's hugely from the deadlifts that I do. It's not necessarily just because I train back. It's doing such a big lift, such a big compound lift like that. We use so much of our body yeah, why wouldn't you want to use every muscle if you could? Why would you want to just isolate, come to the gym for 45 minutes or an hour or half hour, however long it may be? Why would you want to isolate just that one muscle and only use that? I'd much prefer to try and use my whole body if I can, or where possible. So deadlifts was something that they found quite intimidating. Bench press was something that they just flat out didn't do. It was kind of looked as though it was a male exercise, or an exercise, you know, only guys do, girls don't do that, because it's just looked at as, oh, that's just a chest workout. I don't need to grow my chest, I've got no interest. There's so many other muscles that we use in a bench press if you're bench pressing properly. So I thought that was really super important for women to understand. And no one wants tuck shop arms, and if we bench press we definitely won't have tuck shop arms. And then the other was a squat. So I think everybody squats in some shape or form in the gym. We definitely do in our day. We sit down in a chair and we stand up, but the variations of squatting and the technique variations that I see on a day-to-day basis can be really dangerous. More than anything, it's not about laughing at anyone or making fun of anyone or telling someone they're doing something wrong. It's making people safe more than anything, and making sure that they're doing the right thing. And things like setting up the bar. So one of the videos that I did is about what sort of height the bar needs to be at. It can get really dangerous when you start putting weight onto a bar and you're not unracking safely. If that bar's too high and you're having to get up on your toes, all of a sudden you're making yourself really, really unstable, and it's really dangerous. So just making sure that people are doing things safely. So really stripping those 3 big compound lifts really back to basics, and making sure we're getting those fundamental key things right before we start moving on and getting a bit more advanced. Sometimes I know it's easy to rush into things and we want to throw weight on because we've seen someone on Instagram doing it, or you know, we want to get ahead of ourselves because someone else in the gym is doing something, but it's not always the right way about things. But you know, going the heaviest, being the person that lifts the heaviest, is not always the most productive thing either. Really, we just want to make sure that people are moving, and I'm passionate about making sure that women are empowered in the gym, and women are confident and they can march onto the gym floor with their head held high, and feel confident about what they're doing and know that they're doing things safely and productively. I think times have changed now. I often will get into the gym. I train myself at about 5 or 6 in the morning, and often it's only girls. It's really, really cool. It's so cool to see that. Never used to be the case years ago, but I often will get onto the gym floor now and it's majority females, and they're all lifting weights. It's really, really cool. You know, there'll still be a few guys obviously, but I just think it's becoming more and more of a thing, and females are sort of working out that, you know, if we want to change our physique and body composition is our goal, or body recomposition I should say is our goal, then lifting weights is completely necessary. It also allows us to eat more food too, which is amazing. So making sure, and that's super important. So it's another sort of element, I guess, to lifting weights, is that if we're lifting weights in the gym, we need to make sure that we're eating enough, you know, at home. Skipping meals, you know, or cutting our calories right back is really, really not going to help. So I think that mentality is really changing. There's still so much education to be done with people, but I definitely think that it's changing. People are realizing now that you can eat, well, you need to eat, obviously, but eating more rather than cutting calories back, eating more so we can go in and train hard, lift heavy if that's your thing, but just making sure that we're eating to fuel our training so we can get in really good training sessions. I think the mentality's kind of changed now from back when it used to be, you know, eat less and run a lot. You know, that wasn't creating strong, healthy bodies. And I mean, it must send you mad being hungry all the time. So yeah, I just think if from anything from this channel that I could get would just be empowering women. If I could have, you know, one girl walk into the gym today or tomorrow even, you know, with her head held high when she would normally maybe be a bit too shy to even go in, or she definitely wouldn't walk onto the weights floor, then I think that we've definitely had a win, and that's definitely what we're trying to do. So make sure that you keep all your comments coming. Let us know what you think of all the videos. I really hope that you love them. They will get progressively harder, but we definitely just want to make sure that we strip it right back and get to the start, and then we can build a really good base from there. I hope you've enjoyed my first podcast. Make sure you listen in next month. There will be another one. Make sure you're getting those lifts right. Watch the videos, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Thanks.